Hi, my name is Christi Green, and I'm the Executive Director of Maryland Coalition of Families. And I want to talk about Maryland's Good Samaritan Law today, which is very personal to me as I share my own experience with my family. The Good Samaritan Law could have saved my nephew's life. If it can save one life, it is definitely worth it. Shown in this photo is my husband and our nephew, Cameron, young adult who came to live with us while he was in recovery. It was not the first time that he had lived with us, and he wanted to turn his life around. He wanted our support and our help. And so we set some ground rules, talked to him about getting a job, being in counseling, and just trying to help him navigate those systems for support and care. We started to notice him slipping. Little things here and there, but then a big incident that really scared us. So we sat down with him, had a really great conversation. He agreed and he wanted to turn things around. That was the last time we saw him. He disappeared after that. We couldn't find him. And we had a call later that night from the morgue to come and identify his body. He was such a good-hearted young man with good intentions, full of life. And we think maybe he just wanted to do drugs one more time. We're not sure, but we know that he was surrounded by people when this happened. And that's where we think the Good Samaritan Law could have helped save his life. Because Maryland Coalition of Families, or MCF, is a statewide nonprofit organization, we have access to people, thousands of people, who will benefit from understanding this law, which could ultimately help you save a life. Sometimes when people are together using drugs or drinking alcohol, and one of them begins to have a medical emergency, the others in the group are fearful of calling 911 for help. They're worried that they will be charged with a crime for their own substance use or concerned about getting the person who is experiencing the emergency in trouble. The Good Samaritan Law, or Good Sam Law, at its core, is a measure to ensure that when people are having a life-threatening medical emergency caused by the use of drugs or alcohol, that bystanders can call for help without fear of arrest, charge, or prosecution for certain crimes. The law not only applies to the person who calls 911, but also the person who is having the medical emergency. Basically, the law is intended to save lives by providing temporary immunity from certain charges that could otherwise arise from calling EMS in an overdose situation. The law protects people from criminal arrest, charge, and prosecution from these misdemeanors when evidence was obtained solely because of the act of seeking medical assistance. Possessing or using a controlled, dangerous substance, possessing or using drug paraphernalia, or providing alcohol to minors or underage possession of alcohol. This means that the person calling for help and the person having the medical emergency cannot be arrested, charged, or prosecuted for using drugs or even having them on their person. This applies to any drug paraphernalia as well, such as needles or pipes. Further, the law protects people from arrest, charge, and prosecution for furnishing alcohol to underage individuals and protects those underage from the consequences of obtaining and possessing alcohol. Definitely check out the Maryland Good Samaritan Law frequently asked questions on the website provided here at the stopoverdose.maryland.gov. There are some limitations to the law, however, and that is important to know. First, The law does not protect anyone who is witnessing during the medical emergency, but not directly involved in helping with it. The law also does not apply to drug felonies or other crimes not covered by the statute. The law does not prevent law enforcement from investigating or gathering evidence either. This means if there are other felonies or crimes taking place, the individuals involved can be charged with those crimes. And lastly, the law does not protect someone from arrest if they have open warrants. As you can see, the Good Sam Law goes a long way to removing any excuse for someone not to call 911 in the event of a substance-related medical emergency. And despite widespread outreach and awareness campaigns, there are still so many people, so many of us, who are not familiar with the law. Or if you have heard of Good Samaritan Law, maybe you're not familiar enough to feel comfortable calling for help. MCF's Good Samaritan Ambassador Program is designed to raise awareness and provide education to increase community members' knowledge of what the law covers and what it doesn't. Increased awareness and knowledge is the key to saving people's lives when it comes to substance-related medical emergencies, and MCF wants to play a role in making that happen. We receive funding from Maryland State Department of Health to spread the word and educate the public on law. We are in a unique position to help provide this education because we're working with families who often have a loved one with a substance use disorder like me. Arming them with this knowledge is crucial and may help them and you saved your loved one's life. And now you are an ambassador too, with me. See someone overdosing, be the one to make the call. Please visit the Stop Overdose Maryland website to learn more about the law or consult Maryland Coalition of Families if you have any questions about your new role as a Good Sam ambassador. Let's save lives together. Thank you.